Yes.
Hello, Mr. Meyer. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. So I'm Abby. I'm gonna be your nurse today. I got orders to put in a catheter in you. Did he talk to you about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not too happy about it.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be super gentle, so hopefully it shouldn't hurt that bad.
Okay.
Okay. So can I go ahead and check your wristband to make sure? Okay. So what's your first and last name?
Dylan Meyer.
Okay.
53188.
Okay. Any kind of allergies?
No.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So right now I'm going to be performing hand hygiene. Hand hygiene, wash my hands. Make sure they're all good. Okay, and at this point, I'm just kind of instructing the patient to kind of open their legs a little bit, get ready, get prepared, because we are putting in a catheter. Okay, so this table, this bedside table, is sterilized with the sanding cloths, or they're purple wicks. It's all nice and sterilized. And I went ahead and brought in my catheter kit, and then I brought in some extra sterile gloves, because it does break. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. So now the patient's all ready to go. We're good to go.
I'm good to go.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and open this kit up. Put this out of here. Okay. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open away from us. Make sure we're on the top. Okay. Okay. Now if this does happen, make sure you don't open. Okay. An inch. And then the back part. So now we have our inch. We can kind of manipulate this how we would like. I'm going to go ahead and turn it just a tad. Okay. So now I have my stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pull my gloves off. Alright. Now I'm not turning my back on my sterile field, but here's my hand sanitizer. So putting on hand sanitizer. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead, bare hands, I'm going to go ahead and pull these gloves out, which I'm not going to be using these, so just go over there. So here's my real gloves. I'm going to grab on the bottom part of my sterile field here, or the top part, doesn't really matter. Move it over. Actually, I'll move it closer to the patient. Okay, so I'm just letting him know that we do have a sterile field down, so just be a little bit
will
careful.
not move.
Thank you.
I'm holding still for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dylan. Okay. So I have my sterile gloves here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those on. I have performed hand hygiene. So now I'm just going to go ahead, get them opened up, and then with my non-dominant hand, grab the cuff, throw them on. So now my hands are a little wet from my hand sanitizer. So I'm going to try my best to get these guys on, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out until now. Okay, so I'm grabbing on the outside, or the inside of the glove. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna grab under here, and we can lift the cuff with our non-dominant hand, which is dirty, with our sterile. Okay, and then throw these guys on. Now, so we are now sterile. Okay, so we can move this out of the way. Okay, so now we have our patient. We've explained everything. He's good to go. He's ready.
I'm ready. I'm not breaking sterile field. I'm keeping my legs open. I'm keeping my legs open for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dylan. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and I am sterile, so I'm going to go ahead and get my drape down, which in real life, I'm sterile, so I can move this. Okay. So in real life, this will go under the patient, waxy side down, like that. And it wouldn't be inside of my sterile field. Okay. And then I have my drape, which this helps your patient feel more covered. Okay, he's good to go. So
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and open up our iodine swab sticks. Open these guys up. Try not to get this solution everywhere, but it does get a little dirty. That's why we have that drip. Okay. Sterile guys here. This will be dropped down below my waist. Okay. Now we have our lube. I'm going to open that guy up. Okay. And then squirt it out onto our tray. Okay. Drop it down. We do not need this label. Drop it down. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the cap off my syringe so that way it's ready whenever I'm ready to do this. Okay. Dropped. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pull the tray. So we can actually touch this because we're sterile. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Keep it off of our inch border here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pull the collection cup because we're not taking a specimen, so we don't need this. So now we're going to open up our catheter tubing. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this through a little bit. And I'm just going to keep a hold of it to make sure I'm not slinging it around any place or anything like that. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and just insert this into the lube, and it can just stay there for now while we're cleaning the patient. So that's what we'll do there. Okay, so now, all right, Mr. Meyer, I'm going to go ahead and grab onto your penis. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
a little nervous.
It's okay. I'll be very gentle. So I'm going to grab onto the penis. I'm going to take my swab sticks. So this is now, my non-dominant hand is dirty. This is sterile. So we're going to go ahead and take our sterile swab sticks, and we're just going to wipe down. So with a male, you have to go from like around instead of wiping with a woman. So you're going to go ahead and wipe around the base and drop. Okay. And then around the base again. The middle of the base, I guess you would call it. Okay. And then our last, this will kind of go around and pass into the like urethra, not in it, but like in the opening. Okay. So now we're all clean, ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and warn him that this is what we're doing. We're about to put in his catheter. So,
okay.
All right, sounds good. So I'm just gonna make sure I got a good amount of lube here. Okay, good. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull my sterile field a little bit closer so that way I'm not yanking anything around. We're in between his legs at this time. We're going to go ahead and take our catheter tubing, make sure it's fully lubed, and we're going to insert. Okay, so you're going to feel a little bit of pressure. It might hurt just for a second, but it won't be long, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go on in. Okay, and we're just going to feed this through.
Oh, okay.
I'm very sorry. Okay, and then I'm already getting urine return. So.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take our water, our saline. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to hold the tubing and insert the surge. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and push the water, or the saline, into the bulb to inflate. I'm doing it kind of slow so that way if there's any kind of pressure, he has time to let me know.
I feel okay.
Okay, sounds good.
The pain's over with.
All right, we're almost done.
Thank God.
I know, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we now have our catheter in. We're going to go ahead and pull our syringe off. All right, so now he's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and we can now get in here. So we're going to go ahead and get his catheter bag. I'm not going to hang it on the side rail or anything like that, but we're just going to hang it to where it's like a non-moving part of the bed. All right, and then we have seen that the catheter, you can see through the water bottle, but in real life, we would kind of tug on it a little bit, but not too much to like hurt your patient.
I feel it. It's great. Actually, I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
All right, sounds good. So then I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up my mess. And then, so I'm gonna start pulling his drapes off and everything like that, which this would be hung in real life, so it would not yank your patient's urethra.
Securing device.
Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and do that. So here, we'll hang it on this. So pretend like this is not behind his head. Okay, that's hung on there. Okay, sounds good. And then now we're going to go ahead. Since our catheter tubing is like this, we're going to have to just rip this. Okay. Away from the patient. Alright, and then we're going to get all of our trash and everything ready to go. Okay. And then we're going to throw this away. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take off our gloves. We're going to go ahead and perform hand hygiene, but we're also going to put on new gloves to clean him up. Because he's going to have some iodine on him. I'm sure he's not going to like that very well. So
I feel dirty.
yeah, we're going to get you cleaned up. So,
Thank you, Nurse Abby.
Of course. So you can use any kind of wipes you like. I would probably use like CHG wipes or like something like that. Get this real clean. And then we're just going to go ahead and clean them up. Same way we did the swab sticks. Just kind of clean them up a little bit. And then kind of clean the catheter tubing in case there's any kind of like lube or anything hanging out of there. Alrighty. Then he's all secure, ready to go. Take my gloves off. Alright. Do you need anything, Mr. Meyer? Are you feeling okay?
I would like a Dr. Pepper with lots of ice.
Sounds good. Alright. Is there any kind of discomfort or anything? Does it feel burning at all or anything like that?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. And here's your call light for you. Your bed rails are up. Bed's at the lowest level it can, so our patient is now secure and good to go. Alright, I'll do that.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Meyer. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to get this catheter out of me.
I know, I understand. That's actually why I'm here. So,
Oh.
I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Abby. I'm your nurse taking care of you. I actually put in your catheter. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. So this is a nice new syringe that we're pulling out the water with. Alright, so we're performing hand hygiene and putting on our gloves, which I put on hand sanitizer before I entered the room. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put on our gloves. I'm going to go ahead and check your wristband just to make sure you are the right patient. Alright, so can you tell me your first and last name?
Dylan Meyer.
Alright, your date of birth?
5/31/88.
And again, no allergies?
Nope.
Alright, just making sure. Alright, so we've got our right
Is
patient.
this gonna hurt?
It shouldn't. So I'm going to pull the water out. You might feel a little bit of like pressure being released.
Okay.
And then once I pull it out, though, I'm going to have you cough. So it's more like a forceful. You shouldn't feel it.
Okay.
But
okay.
if you do feel it, just let me know.
Okay.
So I'm now opening my new 10 cc 10 cc syringe. I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the catheter. All right, you ready? I'm going to start pulling the water out.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to slowly pull the water out so that way.
I don't feel anything.
Okay, good. We don't want him to feel any kind of discomfort. So I did check the chart, which I put the catheter in, but I checked the chart just to make sure, and I did have 10 cc's put in whenever I first put in the catheter. So now, pull this off here. This is good to go. That'll be trashed. All right, you ready? We're going to get this pulled out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, good job. All right, it's not your first time having a catheter, is it?
No, it wasn't too bad. Thank you, Nurse Abby.
Well, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and inside of here, he has 1,600 milliliters of urine. And it is yellow and clear. There's no odor or anything like that. So he is good to go. And then I'm just going to make sure he's all cleaned up and with my CHG wipes. And kind of clean him up, make sure he's good to go. Get my trash out of the way. Gloves off. Perform hand hygiene. Oh. Perform hand hygiene. All right. Mr. Myers, anything else you need from me?
No.
All right, sounds good. There's your caller. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Thank you.